Before you caught him there at the end, were you doing a little conserving, trying to save a little bit to try to get him?
Yeah, when he started to inch out a little bit, I was trying to save my right front because I knew my right front wasn't going to make it the whole rest of the way without me knocking the wall down. And I was right. I hit the wall with about 4 to go, and then I hit it again with 3 to go, and it killed it that time. And luckily we were able to salvage a third, just dragging the fence for the last 2 laps. I don't think I've ever seen NASCAR not throw a caution in that scenario. Oh, yes, I have. That's right. I blew a left front tire at California in an Xfinity race, and we had to finish the whole last lap. So it doesn't surprise me.
He's seen a lot. Ran strong here tonight at Darlington.
Describe this wild ride, Warren.
First of all, to my family and friends, I'm doing this interview to let everybody know that I'm all right. They can build safer race cars, they can build safer walls, but they can't get their heads out of their far enough to keep them on the racetrack. And that's pretty disappointing. I wanted to make sure I get that point across. And y'all can figure out who they is, but that's no way to end a race. Our car was much better than that. It was just poor judgment and restarting the race, poor judgment. I mean, you got what you wanted, but poor judgment and running in the dark, running in the rain. It's just, that's it. Thank you.
Tell what's cooking.
That 31 wouldn't get out of the way. Lap down, racing the leaders with 10 laps to go, but that's why it takes 3 or 4 times for him to finally get into the West Cup Series, because he don't pay attention, he don't know what he's doing.
Wow, second fight in 2 days down here on pit road.
Yeah, the second in 2 years here after the checkered flag at Bristol. Whammo.
Brian, he thinks I wrecked him on purpose still at Richmond. He still hasn't gotten over it, but it's racing. It's short track racing at Richmond. He can't move on from that. We fire off the race today, and I run him down. I get to him, and he runs right on my door and tries to spin me out. So then later on in the race, he tries to run me back down, and I run right on his door, and that's what he's mad about. He's mad that I don't give him any room on the racetrack. But he just he races way over his head, and he's very fortunate that his dad has a lot of money and spends a lot of money on his racing, and that's a big factor in what he's got going on. So you know, he races really hard all the time. And I got into him on accident at Richmond. I apologized. It was on national television that I didn't do it on purpose, and yet he's still mad at me for it.
I saw Casey Mears get sideways. I'm pretty sure Sterling Marlin's hairpiece just got down in his eyes, and they couldn't see what was going on. So it's unfortunate. The all-tall Dodge, we were just minding our own business, staying around in the back. We didn't have a good enough car to be up there in the top 5 or top 10. Just trying to stay clean, keep our nose clean, and he pretty deliberately just dumped us.
We heard from Clint before they went out, and he was talking about clogging up the middle. So you just talked to NASCAR. Mike Bugger Ravage talked to him, and what did they say?
Who the hell knows? Say whatever they want to say. I mean, the lesson was supposed to be learned in California when we made ourselves look like idiots out there. Unfortunately, we're standing here again in the same situation. Then you're reading through the rule book before you come. You're literally reading the rule book to try to figure out the regulations they put in place for qualifying trim. I mean, I'm pissed off on qualifying over this. Been doing this years and years and years. This is stupid. Did that look like clogging the middle to you? I damn near had to back up to go. That's not clogging the middle, apparently. We talked about clogging was our conversation before qualifying. Says really clearly in a lawyer's terms how you can't clog the middle, and I'd be damned if the first time it clogs the middle that they don't call it discretionary. Then the next time you go out there and try to make a lap, the guy wrecks. So puts you in a situation like we had in California. Do I finish this lap? Because that's a rule. You're not supposed to finish the lap. Field's frozen, but they went ahead and let those guys have it. You know what I mean? Then you're here venting and just pissed off over no reason. It's just stupid. But anyway, I'm going to go back and pout and be pissed off. I appreciate you letting me vent on national television, Jamie. But this is the second time that we've done this, and I've been bit by it, and I'm tired of it. This is an epic failure.
Thank you.
It's not just a failure, it's an epic failure.
What happened?
That's the first chance I got to see the replay. It's pretty obvious what happened. The 33 was obviously a dart without feathers and come across the racetrack and run right into me. So it's a shame for our farmland team. Our Ford Fusion was getting a lot better. We didn't start off the race like we wanted to, but we had certainly gotten it a lot better. And man, he just come from all the way at the bottom of the racetrack and run into me. It's just frustrating. You know, he's not even racing this series for points. He's out there having fun because his daddy gets to pay for it, and he wrecks us. You know, it's frustrating.